Hey everybody, welcome back to Bing's Gaming Corner, and today I'm going to bring you a trailer reaction to the video game Atomfall. This is the official gameplay overview trailer uploaded to IGN 4 days ago. This game was on my radar as a post-apocalyptic game. It's always going to be an interest of mine. I love post-apocalyptic games, I love the genre. So I had some pretty high hopes for this, set in England, so a different setting than standard post-apocalyptic games I play. Mostly, those ones are set mostly in the United States of America and the Fallout series, and also Russia with Stalker and Metro. Um, Typically, I don't really like games set in Britain because I find the British accent to be kind of annoying and grating in video games. Sorry to those of you out there who may be from Britain or live in Britain. I don't dislike the accent in real life. I actually find it to be quite charming and even, sexy when it comes to British women. But yeah, in video games, I don't know. It's just a bit different. TV, fine. Movies, okay, yeah, but not really video games. Maybe it's just because I've never really played video games set in Britain or that feature British characters. Um, so yeah, this would be a bit of a new one for me. But anyway, let's get into the trailer and give it a look, give it a go.
Rated M for mature.
Ooh, that was a
You've
bit
been
loud.
waiting for a special occasion to bring.
Oh, okay, hang on, we'll just go back there a bit. Um, Now this shot here, I think graphically it's a very impressive looking game. Visually, I like how it doesn't look as washed out as like a Metro, a Stalker, or a Fallout type game. It's quite verdant. You can see that in the grass and foliage in the hills. Um, and you've also got what appears to be some kind of an anomaly over there which has this kind of iridescent blue color. It's very pretty. Big, bright red telephone box reference to our TARDIS Doctor Who. Very nice. And then it looks like, you've got some old stone structures. We've also got some bunkers, some other architectural designs which are befitting of the 1960s setting. Yeah, I think it looks really nice from a visual standpoint.
Special occasion to break out your hazmat suit, then look no further than Atomfall. Here at Rebellion, we are excited to introduce you to this new world and what it has to offer.
It's a comfy, quaint-looking English pub there. I like that.
However, there's far more to.
What have we got here? So let's say sweepers, deaf line, strangers will be shot, and there is a skeleton up there, which appears to be overlooking the entrance into this little. It's either a village or a settlement here.
Atomfall than what we can showcase in a single video.
Yeah,
This is just
okay, it's got a bit of a sneak system.
Atomfall is a brand new single-player, first-person action survival game set in a post-war Britain.
Action survival, not action RPG.
Have you
So the gameplay seems to be more reminiscent of, say, like a Dead Island or a Dying Light, where you have guns, but that's not the primary form of attack. You have your melee weapons, and guns are very powerful, but very limited ammunition, limited commodity. Primarily, you'll be using melee weapons as a form of combat, which I like. I do like that.
traversing the Lake District of Northern
Gorgeous. Look at that lake down there. Yeah, that looks nice.
England, uncovering mysteries about the quarantine zone and the people.
Quarantine zone. So yeah, I guess it's kind of taking a few elements from different post-apocalyptic genres. You've got a bit of Stalker with an exclusion zone, where some kind of nuclear incident has occurred. You've got a bit of Fallout with the retro-futuristic setting. You've got a bit of gameplay reminiscent of like a Dying Light or a Dead Island. But that doesn't mean it's derivative or bad. It's just taking inspiration from um other franchises, and it's giving that demographic a product which they're going to enjoy. Nothing wrong with that at all.
That inhabit it.
My name's Molly. I got some bits and bobs for sale.
My name's Nut, by the way. Forgive me being curious.
Not or nut.
Atomfall takes place in a fictional
Okay,
quarantine
got some
in
robots.
1962, just 5 years after the real-life event of the Windscale fire, the worst nuclear disaster in British history. However, in this altered version of history...
And this reminds me of the trailer for the recent 28 Years Later movie directed by Danny Boyle, because in that post-apocalyptic timeline, technology has entirely regressed, and I guess, people have run out of bullets. No one's manufacturing them, so they've gone back to more primitive forms of warfare, like using bow and arrows, which we saw the characters in the trailer using, and also... Oh, we'll get to it in a moment.
There are more mysterious and sinister things.
Yeah, okay. So there was a cult, or appeared to be some kind of manic cultists in 28 Years Later, which appear to be the primary antagonists now that the zombies have either gone extinct or they've kind of like adapted or evolved, for lack of a better word, into more sentient beings. So I'm not sure whether that's what the zombies had turned into, or whether there was just these kind of tribes of survivalists which have formed over the years in the apocalypse, who have sort of regressed into a paganistic tribal system of lifestyle. But yeah, that's really cool. Bit of British folk horror. I do love my British folk horror, so give me some Wicker Man stuff. I'm all about that.
Things at play behind the scenes, and you must uncover the secrets of what happened.
That looks like a good inventory system and UI. It's not too cluttered. Looks slick.
Can be saved.
A feral ghoul.
Before you can set out on that quest, you'll awaken in the quarantine zone with little knowledge about who you are, the life you've lived, and certainly the strange new world around you.
Yeah, nice animations. It all looks quite fluid.
Nasty bout of amnesia.
You're not the first amnesiac I've seen since things went awry.
Are you a law-abiding citizen? A terrifying
Nice, going down
menace
to the
those
pub for a bit
around
of a
you?
nail there.
Or are you perhaps someone just trying their best to survive in a dangerous,
I would
unfamiliar
turn off the
place?
hit
choice
markers
is
in my
yours,
UI
and
though.
Atomfall gives you
So,
the
I
freedom
don't really
to
like that.
embody any role. A village in one of the areas you will
Yeah,
visit
like the
is
reloading
controlled
animations
by a
look nice.
military group that was sent in to set up and maintain the quarantine after the disaster.
And
a noble cause, but so
it appears as though that you don't have a voice protagonist and that you have a dialogue system. Always a plus to kind of revert back to more traditional RPG, action RPG role-playing game elements. That's cool.
some might question the lengths they've gone to restore order.
I shouldn't be gossiping about this stuff.
Armed soldiers patrolling the roads of the village. Robotic sentinels on a hair trigger, prepared to attack at even the slightest hint of aggression. And villagers who live in fear as a result.
Now, if you want to talk about like a detriment or
Soldiers patrolling the roads of the village. Robotic sentinels on a hair trigger, prepared to attack at even the slightest hint of aggression. And villagers.
now, people criticize Bethesda role-playing games for not necessarily having the most believable towns and settlements. Where do they get their water from? Where do they get their food from? Which they did address to an extent in Fallout 4. But it looks like the developers have created some believable settlements. They've got a fence up around their farm. It's guarded. There's a sniper on the roof up there, so they do protect and value their methods of food production. That's immersive. Thanks,
Outside
Pops.
of the village is a lawless land filled with bandits
Raiders.
and cultists.
Yeah, okay. Wicker Man
Who don't
cultists
care
and
if
some
you're
raiders.
friendly or not, and will attack you on sight.
Be cautious.
There are abandoned rail yard, a derelict stone quarry, and verdant rolling hills
Verdant.
containing
Very
more than
verdant.
just pieces of a prior civilization. As you explore these
Oh,
places,
misty. I like
you'll
that.
find
That's
secret
atmospheric.
bandit hideouts, mysterious messages, secrets, clues, and leads that
Cool.
might help you figure out how the world fell apart.
Oh, sorry, I'll go back to that.
Mysterious messages, secrets.
Yeah, so there's journals, notebooks, scraps of information you can find to, again, yeah, figure things out, go on little side quests.
Clues and leads that might help you figure out.
Interchange. Slightendale entrance. That tells me about a bunker. View a notebook or track lead. Okay, so there's a like quick time decision making system.
How the world fell apart. These can lead you to eccentric characters, secret hideaways,
Nice.
or even the rundown bunkers.
Here we go. You know, I love bunkers in video games. Reminds me of Lost. Love hatches. All my favorite post-apocalyptic games have hatches. Days Gone, Fallout, Metro, Stalker. It's always a big tick for me if a game, especially if it's post-apocalyptic, has bunkers. Very nice.
Of the British Atomic Research Division. You'll
This
never
is where
know
creatures
when
will be.
or where fragments of the bigger picture will be brought into focus. But you will
Bad ghoul.
always need to be on guard. These facilities may not be as populated
Yeah,
as
this
they
pretty
once
much
were.
reminds me of the that
However,
vault from
halls are often
Fallout New
patrolled by
Vegas
the
that
same robots used
got
to patrol
overrun
the
with
rest of the
vegetation.
quarantine zone, as well as
Had the little spore
irradiated
carriers
feral
running around in it.
creatures that won't hesitate to tear you apart. You will also come across caves and underground tunnels that seem to have been affected by the wind scale disaster the most. Glowing plants
It's
and
beautiful.
mushrooms cover the walls, floor, and ceiling
Looks
of
like
these
large
places,
insects though. Don't get too close to it. Oh god.
giving off a hazy fog that makes them more dangerous to traverse than other places you may go. However, the environment is not all you need to worry about. The same terrifying
So I've definitely
ferals
gone
found in
with
the
a
bunkers
more
also live in these areas
colourful art
and will
style
not
than
stop
other
to ask
post-apocalyptic
questions before
games.
trying to tear you apart. Be sure to be well equipped to handle these creatures and be extra cautious, as not everything is as it seems.
You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the wind-scale atom plant.
How are you going to defend yourself against all these threats?
Base, but it has cricket bats. Cricket's one of my favourite sports, and it adds that nice little dash of British authenticity.
You're going to need weapons, supplies, and materials, all of which you can find through scavenging the locations of Atomfall. However, if you truly want to
Headshot.
survive, some things
Single
may need to be
shotgun.
taken by force. The weapons you will come across include melee
Yeah, I like it how this brigand appears to be wearing cricket pads. That's cool.
weapons, like the cricket bat,
Yeah.
or ranged weapons, like pistols, rifles, and
Headshot.
shotguns.
Be nice if they.
Each
I hope they have more than just like a single shotgun because, goddamn, I hate single shotguns. They're just so pathetic. Give me a pump action.
with their own strengths and weaknesses. During your journey through Atomfall, you may even unlock the ability to upgrade your weapons and give them more power. The ammo for these
Okay.
weapons will be
Weapon
in short
upgrading
supply,
system, pretty
so you
stock
must either
standard.
find or craft what you need to survive. However, weapons are not the only
Teeth.
thing you will need on your journey. You will gather resources, like cloth and alcohol, to craft various items, to heal yourself, or harm your enemies. Over time, you'll
Nice.
expand
Get
your
the old
crafting
Molotov in there,
abilities to
get some
create
bongs.
more aggressive tools of self-protection. Other tools at your disposal
Looks fun.
include a flashlight to light the dark paths ahead, and a trusty metal detector to locate buried caches of supplies. A handy
Nice.
ping will alert you when one of these caches is nearby.
So I guess it's like got a bit of stalker in it with you know a detector. You've got a metal detector. Stalker has the artifact / anomaly detector. Yeah, I dig it.
Signaling you to equip the metal detector
Nice.
and begin the hunt.
When
That's
you
cool.
aren't scavenging for materials or searching for buried treasure, you might also find various manuals that contain valuable knowledge. These manuals will imbue your character with new skills across 4 categories: ranged combat, melee combat, survival, and conditioning. Even at the end of the world, knowledge is power. Careful selection of which skills you focus on
Yeah,
will
cool.
determine
And
your
you've got like,
playstyle and the path
I like that,
and
giving you the
conditioning.
freedom to
Even at the
actually have
end
an
of the world,
authentic playstyle. Play the character how you want to play the character. It's not shoehorned. Red Dead Redemption 2, where, ostensibly I'm playing as an outlaw, except you're shoehorning me to play the game a certain way. Now, why can't I just be a badass? No, Arthur Morgan has to have moral compass. He has to have, uh, you know, he has to do good things as well. He has to be goody two shoes. No, just let me play the game the way I want. That'd be great.
knowledge is power. Careful select.
So you've got some curious responses, helpful or impatient. Beautiful. Stock standard dialogue tree gives you some variety in choices and gives you some freedom in how you want to play your character. Is that too much to ask? Modern game developers.
Of which skills you focus on will determine your playstyle and the path you carve out for yourself.
I love
In
it. That's cool.
Atomfall,
That's
we
good.
won't be going fully in depth on these skills and what each one entails right now. But as you progress, you will need to pick and choose what
You
type
survived
of
the headshot
playstyle
there.
you want to focus on in Atomfall.
I really should stop talking. Not personal, but you can't trust anyone too much these days, can you?
We hope you enjoyed the first glimpse into the world of Atomfall. Leave a comment with what you
Oh,
are
that's
most
cool.
excited to see when the game releases on March 20.
A little bit of pagan stuff, some True Detective Season 1 vibes. Also a little bit of the Reachman, or the Forsworn in Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls 5. Very cool. Pagan-inspired little trinkets hanging in the trees, devil cages, bird nests, whatever you call them, Blair Witch shit. I like it. Foreboding, atmospheric.
2025. Atomfall will be releasing day 1 on Game Pass, Xbox Series, and Xbox One.
Sorry, when did
What
they
you
say
are
it was
most
coming out?
excited to see when the game releases on March 27th, 2025. Atomfall.
March 27, yeah, okay, cool. Final thoughts. Is it entirely original? No, it's not. But did it need to be? No, it didn't need to, because we have a dearth in the market right now for quality post-apocalyptic games. We do have Stalker 2 that just came out. Um, but we're not getting a new Fallout game for a long time. That's the short and curly of it. So we just need content. We need games that scratch that itch. And if Bethesda isn't going to provide it, then other people can come in and they can capitalize on that shortage of a market, which is what these guys have done. It looks good to me. Gameplay looks fun. Exploration looks decent. The world seems to be immersive. You've got uh, the ability to play the character the way you want through the use of a non-voice protagonist dialogue tree system. Decent variety of weapons. No, not the most. But maybe that's not all the weapons in the game. Primarily melee focused combat. Animation seemed slick and well made to me. Uh, yeah, from that standpoint, oh, and the world, yeah, graphically it seems quite nice. World is pretty, has color, seems immersive to me. Got some creepy elements with, the Wicker Man type cultists. I like that as well. But you know what I like the most about it? It just seems to be a game that's made to be a game that's going to be fun for gamers to play. It hasn't been made. It's not like a political message with a game built around it. First and foremost, this seems to be a game made to be fun and for people to have fun with, made for gamers. No forced diversity and inclusion. No DEI stuff in there. I didn't see any woke political messages. And I guess that's the benefit of setting it in 1960s England, years before any of this silly stuff happened, right? So no identity politics, No forced DEI. It just seems to be a fun game made to be a fun game to play, which is what I like the most about it. That's very refreshing to see. So, yeah, I'm pretty keen for it. March 27, this is going to be a game that I will play. I don't know if I'll get it straight away on 27th of March because I can see myself playing Stalker 2 for the next couple months. But this will be a game that I will get to this year. It might not be a day one for me, but I will be getting this game. Yeah, anyway, I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Are you keen for Atomfall? Do you think it's derivative? Do you think it's too unoriginal? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Either way, guys, keen to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. I'd also appreciate it if you think I did a decent job on this video. Give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more gaming content, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is Bing signing out. Have a good one.